Superintendent's report.
Productive meeting we've had so far, and I do have some updates about what has happened first semester. If I can get my technology and my notes together, bear with me. We did end the first semester. Report cards went home. Paper report cards today with pre-K and K. Our other grades are live in Power School for our other students. As I reported before, we did have a lot of grades that were concerning, but we are working through those concerning grades and working on ways to proceed for our students. Every meeting we have with the administrators, which is now every week, we talk about remediation plans and summer school plans. We are about ready to go live with some grade levels for remediation or intervention or enrichment that we will start working sometime this month. We have to coordinate our buses with our after-school remediation program. So we are working with Ms. Perkins and the principals and the staff to figure out how we can provide transportation home. Most of the sessions we're talking about at Edgemont and Jeter will be a day or two a week with some after-school hours. The summer school plans, we like to get the after-school February, March, and April plans together first, but we hope to have our summer plans together very quickly. So that's what we're doing with first semester and ending it starting second semester. We've had a little bit of snow issues and some delays and some closures. So we're hoping, it doesn't sound good, for some weather that might be on our way this week. So we're hoping we can maintain some nice steady progress with second semester. We did have professional development for all of our staff on February 2nd and 3rd, and I included that information in your packet. I think this might have come last week. We had simple K-12 webinars on that each school staff member was to watch on diversity, anti-bias, cultural responsive pedagogy, and addressing racism in the classroom. That was to be watched. Each school had a set period of time to watch. And we also had an article that's been publicized in the news that UVA helps educators wrestle with how to appropriately teach current events. And each social sciences department was reviewing ways to teach this. We felt this was a very good start to what we plan to do more of. We know we need to do more, but it was a very good start to what we have planned. This is Black History Month, and there are activities planned in our schools. We'll give you updates at the budget meeting about what is being planned. I don't have them in front of me this evening. The delays and the snows have probably hindered final plans for this month for that activity. We have been working with attendance, and I have sent in the package an updated possibility for an attendance policy for adoption at our next budget meeting. We have some students that are not logging in virtually, and we are concerned about those students and have had much conversations about that, and also how to make sure that all of our families have what they need, and how can we help them to proceed with academic success for our students. So that was something I submitted in your packet tonight as well. And of course, the last thing I'd like to discuss is the governor's press conference from last week. And I sent you the letter that the governor sent to all superintendents and school board members, and giving every school division a push to begin in-person learning by March 15th, because some school divisions in the state of Virginia have had no in-person learning. And we have been very, very positive and understanding that our students need to be in school. And we've had discussions about how we could possibly bring in more students. We do have limits on the sizes of our classroom and our staff to maintain the social distancing and enough staff to have fewer numbers in our classroom. But we've been looking and talking about, is there a way we could bring more students back in? And actually this semester, more students have been invited to come back to our schools. And at the budget meeting, I'll have an update on how many students are actually sitting in our classrooms right now and how many virtual learners we have. We did not have that final number for me to report tonight. I also included in your packet the latest guidance document that came from the state back in January, interim guidance to K-12 school reopening. This is a different format than what we heard back in July. This one does talk about 5 strategies as well, about how to get more students back into your building for more community learning. And it's something good to read, and we have looked at this as an administrative team. I also shared with you earlier how we discussed our community transmission numbers and our in-school COVID numbers weekly at our weekly administrative staff meeting. We've been busy since school started, and we continue to understand the importance of having students in our building. And I'm just so proud of what we've been able to do. And what we continue to look at is providing more instruction for our students. I heard the parent, Ms. Gibson, tonight. I think every parent is wondering how we can bring more students in and do more. I think what we said about athletics is the same thing we have to say about instruction and keeping everyone healthy and safe. And I think we have been very successful to this point in doing that. So that's what I have as a superintendent's report. For first semester update. Oh, I forgot one thing. I'm sorry. Allegheny Foundation, Virginia College Advisory Board. That was item A. Sorry about that, everyone. For 3 years now, we've had a Virginia College Advisory Board member at Covington High School providing support to the CHS juniors and seniors. And for 2 years, that was funded 100% by the Gear Up Virginia program. And then last year, when Gear Up Virginia left our school division, the UVA folks were able to help find funding to let us keep that program going with minimal interruption to our school division budget. Back in December, I got a correspondence from Joy Pugh, who was head of the Virginia College Advisory Board person in Charlottesville, UVA, saying that they typically help school divisions find outside sources to fund this program, and could she write a grant to AmeriCorps, which is what this program is, the big umbrella, and work with the Allegheny Foundation to also see about funding this program 100% for Covington High School for an additional year. That has been submitted to the foundation and being considered. AmeriCorps has found the money, UVA has found the money. We just need to proceed with the grant process. I also understand that Allegheny High School is now interested in the program. They did not have this person in their guidance office, but now under the Mr. Ross has decided with his guidance folks that he would also like to have this person in the Allegheny High School guidance office. And then as the schools consolidate, this will be a program that happens in both schools. One school when it's consolidated. But until then, there will be two Virginia College Advisory Board members in both guidance offices at CHS and AHS. So there will be no cost to our budget process, which is wonderful to hear. No cost at all. And I'm very, very pleased that Mrs. Pugh did this for us. We've had two fine people, Daniel Ham and Jordan now is our newest young lady. We've had high-quality people that have interacted so well with our student body at CHS, and this program will be able to continue to be in place as we move into the 21-22 school. So that was my update on that as well. Any questions on anything that I have presented tonight?
A lot of good information. Emma?
I can't tell if you're still muted or not. There's a lot of good information, Melinda. Thank you.